Hey, it's the Terminian Hero here, and we're playing some more Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. We are starting the first palace, Parapa Palace, and let's hit this guy. Nothing. Sometimes you can get magic from these statues, or they could just turn into an enemy. I guess there was really no reason to hit it since we had full magic, but whatever. So, we take this elevator down, which we control manually, oddly enough. And we're down here. These enemies are pretty awful because they actually not only hurt you, but they also take your experience points. And they don't even give you experience when you kill them. Hey, enemies that I know what their name is. That's a bot. Ooh, he dropped an experience bag. Worth 50 experience. Weak enemies can drop an experience bag worth 50 experience, and strong enemies can drop ones worth 200. And this Stalfos nearly killed us. Wow, I mean, I could use my shield spell, but I feel like even then I would still be one hit away from death. Unfortunately, we don't really have a way to heal. Are you kidding me? You can tell I'm out of practice. Yeah, we don't really have a way to heal right now, other than leveling up our life, or going back to the town, to the healer. So, it can be pretty tricky. Every hit you take it's gonna hurt you pretty bad. You can also collect fairies, but there's not too many of them around. There is one in this palace, though. So, we have a key now that we got from the other room, so we can open this locked door, and apparently I couldn't swing my sword while unlocking the door. That was a little dumb. There's a bubble. It takes a lot of hits to defeat, and it also takes your magic when you get hit by it. So don't get hit by it. You've got to have really good timing in this game. And you got to know whether to aim up or down with your sword or shield up or down. There we go. I'm getting the hang of it now. And it's a good thing, too, because I'm already on my last life. Okay. Now, over here is that fairy I mentioned, which should fully heal me. I don't think I'm gonna get it right now, because I have a good amount of health. Let's move on and hope we don't regret not taking that fairy. These heads here can also drop magic if you attack them, but we don't need any magic yet. We got another key here. You never know when those bots are gonna jump. It can be pretty nerve-wracking, especially if they're next to a pit, because then they can just one-hit kill you by knocking you into a pit. So, I don't know what this guy's name is up here, but he's basically your equivalent of a hammer bro. But I think I dealt with him quite nicely. There we go. And that should be our last key. Oh, hey. He dropped magic. That red magic container is actually a full magic restore, whereas the blue ones just restore a little bit. I really didn't need the magic. And I could have used the shield spell and then picked up the magic container, but I really have no need to use the shield spell right now, because spells wear off whenever you transition into another room. So, I mean, there would have been no point to using it in that room, unless I ended up getting hit by one of those easy enemies. But I'm not that bad, right? Anyways, let's head back now to this other elevator that we saw. Yeah, that bubble there not only bounces off walls, it also bounces off the side of the screen. So you want to have some good camera control when dealing with them. Oh my. That's not what I wanted. I should have gone up the elevator. That bubble is pretty darn fast. Okay, that's enough bubbles, please. Oh, hey! Life level up. And my health is fully restored. And we even get a little magic boost along with that. So that's pretty good. So this bridge crumbles, but you want to be careful because there's a little experience bag you can get if you're fast enough. And we're moving on. So yeah, our life is level 3 now, our magic is level 2, and our attack is still level 1, as you can see on the top of the screen. By the end of the game, you can raise everything to level 8. But even then, that still won't make this game easy. Oh, and we got an experience bag worth 200, which is gonna help us with this iron knuckle, because we can raise our attack now. You can also choose not to level up if you want to save up for a different stat to raise. So yeah, you want to watch for where this guy is going to shoot his sword, and you also want to watch where he's shielding, so you can hit him and use your shield to block his attacks, and iron knuckles are just tricky to fight in general. So here we got the dungeon item, the candle. Items in Zelda 2 are used automatically. You don't have to equip them or select them or anything. And the candle lights up the dark caves. So we basically need that to progress. I mean, it's technically possible to get through the game without it, but I mean, you just have to know where everything is without having to see it. Which is ridiculous. I'm not even gonna bother with that guy. It's 2 experience. It's not that big of a deal. Do these bubbles hurt? They do hurt. That is scary. Do I dare? Okay, then I don't get anything from that. So let's get back to our little fairy friend that we desperately need right now. Oh, I want to be ready for whatever's coming. Okay, let's get our fairy. And our health is fully restored. Now we can head down to the boss. And I got a game over. That's wonderful. Yeah, that didn't go so well, so every time you get a game over, you end up back at North Castle. Thankfully, it shouldn't take too long for us to backtrack there, because, I mean, we're not gonna have to explore all the nooks and crannies. Here we got a little fairy. Those can rarely appear on the map. Unfortunately, when you get a game over, you also lose all of your experience points, and this is what the cave looks like when it's lit up. But yeah, I lost all my experience points, but thankfully, as you're gonna see, that's not gonna matter, because when you finish a palace, you automatically get enough experience to go to the next level. Alright, let's just run through it. This one is easy to get through, because you just have to avoid the rocks. You don't have to worry about any enemies. Still can't get anything from that guy. I guess you just can't do that in the first dungeon. Or palace, rather. And we do still have everything that we got in the dungeon before, and this is a pretty short dungeon, so we can just run on straight through. I think we should even be able to get that fairy again. I do wish these guys would stop showing up, though. It's just kind of annoying just having to stab, like, every 2 seconds. Oh yeah, the enemies are back, though. I gotta be careful about that. Alright, get our fairy. And let's try to take on that iron knuckle. This here is a strategy that I saw Nintendo Capri Sun use, where you just jump into him and slash, and that seems to work quite nicely. And this guy, you can just stand on the lower layer and slash at his legs, and there's nothing he can do. So that works out pretty well. We can use shield a few times, so I see no reason to not use it. Other than the fact that I have no clue what button to press. Oh yeah, you select it. And then you press... There we go. That's how you do it. So this is what you look like when you have shield magic. And my defense is temporarily increased. Part of me does wanna fight a few more. You know what? How much does this guy give me? Okay, this is actually really good. Because the boss is gonna give us enough experience to gain a level. And then by finishing the palace, it'll give us another level. So let's put our shield magic up. I gotta remember how to do it. Put our shield magic up, and we'll fight the first boss, Horsehead. Which we gotta jump up and hit him in the head. And not fail like that. If you hit him anywhere else, it won't do damage to him. You can see his health bar on the left. gotta be really good with timing in this game, as I mentioned before. But we got him, and this will give us a level up. So that's a magic level up. We got our magic and life to level 2 and our attack to level 3. Let's pick up our key. And put our first crystal in the first palace. Parapa Palace done. Let's upgrade our life. And we already have, like, we're already to level 4 out of 8 on our life, and this is just the first palace, so that's pretty good. And once you've finished a palace, once you've put the crystal into its statue, and you've collected the dungeon item, the palace will turn to stone, and you will not be able to return to it. So make sure you've collected everything in there you want. Anyways, so if we just head back through the cave here, we'll end up back here, and I guess I can at least get to the path before I end the video off. That way I'll feel like I have some sort of safety. There we go. Alright, so yeah, we've done Parapa Palace, and that's it for this video. In the next video, we will explore some caves and move on. I'm the Terminian Hero, and I will see you then.